Hello, my name is Llaeli. I'm a gnome warlock hanging out here in Stormwind, and I'm here to try something new. So, my thought with this whole thing was I would do a playthrough, excuse me, I just have to show off, of Burning Crusade as though it as close to how it was back when it came out. So I am doing my best to... Rude? Doing my best to basically run it as though I can only use things that I pick up or create. I have not given myself anything from another character. The only things I have right now are the things that were given to me on Newbie Island, and I went to the barbershop once to fix my earrings, so I'm not doing any transmog. I'm not changing any of my appearance, because you couldn't do that back in Burning Crusade. I'm also only using ground mounts until I get to level cap, which I don't know if I'll be able to do that fully in BC, but I'm going to try. And then I have to make enough money as though it was back in BC to get flying. So this is going to be an experience. I think I'm going to try talking about the lore, reading through quests. We're going to do each zone like as close as to completely as possible. The only thing I may do is have Llaeli Prime, I call her, who is my main, come in and do dungeon runs so I don't have to try to do pugs on YouTube, because that would be awkward. Also, Llaeli may go through some old school raids so we can see some of the lore there, because Lord knows Karazhan is my favorite raid. So, let's get started. I'm back. I had to stop recording to see how the video quality was doing and my audio, and also I discovered I moved my camera around a lot, so we'll work on that. Alright, here we go.
It's like meeting again for the first time.
Hi, Chromie. Alright, we're going to select Portal to Outland. Dormant since the end of the Second War, the dark portal to Outland has opened once again. A demonic army gathers in force on the other side, and bold heroes are needed to strike them down. Journey to a shattered world and stop the Burning Legion from invading Azeroth. Let's do it.
You look quite prepared.
Why, thank you. I am prepared. So, Burning Crusade to Outland. The Burning Legion, an unaccountably vast army of demons, has assaulted Outland, the tattered homeworld of the Draenei. Adventurers of the Alliance are needed to protect what remains of Outland from an utter annihilation at the hands of this demonic invasion. Let's go. So, one thing we are going to do is take the portal to Honor Hold, because I don't have the flight path back down to Blasted Lands. I didn't go do that because I didn't want to go any higher than level 10, so we're going to take advantage of this. It used to be, obviously, you would get to level 60 in vanilla, and then at that point you would have the flight point to the Blasted Lands, and you could just walk through the portal that way. Because of this new Chromie time, they're giving us kind of a nice little backup. So we're just gonna cruise our way through Stormwind. It is Love is in the air right now. Today is Valentine's Day as I record this. I believe that ends... Oh no, it's still going for another week. Interesting, I didn't realize that. It's also the Lunar Festival, so we may run into a few elders on our way. Oops, missed my turn. So I picked a Gnome Warlock because that is what I've been playing since vanilla. I have always played a Gnome Warlock, and because I, want to be able to kind of enjoy the quest and the lore and the music and the visuals more than trying to figure out combat, I decided to just kind of stick with what I know. I'm not really planning to, like, what's the best in slots or, like, perfect my cooldowns and rotation. I'm just going to kind of do what I remember and what I know, because, like I said, this is more about the fun of it, not being the best at everything. All right, so here's our honor hold mage we're supposed to talk to. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. I must report
Safe
to the dark
travels.
portal. Ta-da. Let's see. Hopefully I don't get stuck in a loading screen because I had to reinstall WoW yesterday, which was unfortunate. Omen, get out of my way. I'm also using a few mods, Dominoes, which is, I believe, was around in BC. I'm trying to remember now. I don't know for certain. But it's what I use across all of my characters, and honestly, it doesn't do... It's a bar mod, whatever. I did use Omen, and I did use DBM back in the day, so I'm allowing myself to have that. Sexy Map is just fun and doesn't affect anything. And then TomTom, because it's just there. Yeah. Speaking of elders, here's an elder from... oh my gosh, my brain just stopped working as to what this is called. Lunar Festival. Lunar Festival is going on right now. Oh, thank you. I wanted to read that. But, okay, thanks. So hey, let's, it opened my red envelope too. That's annoying. What the hell? Pardon my language. Yeah, sorry. I'm going to do my best not to swear, but I have a bad habit. I also, so I'm using this ground mount partially because it's fun and because I can. I will not be doing any archaeology on this run. I am doing engineering and mining, which is new for me because I was a noob and picked leatherworking as a warlock. That had to do with who I was playing with at the time. So, here's the dark portal. Let's go in. Burning Crusade to Outland. Click to complete quest. Okay. Welcome to Outland. Thank you. Alright, so here we have our portals back to Stormwind and Orgrimmar. And this is Hellfire Peninsula. But we are on the Stair of Destiny, looking out over the peninsula. Look at all that. Very cool. Let's go. So I always found this interesting because suddenly the Horde and Alliance are working together, and if you played in vanilla, that was not the case. And this became a big thing in WoW, that Horde and Alliance would work together, and then not, and then do it again, and then not. That's part of it being Warcraft, I suppose. I want you to speak with Amish Wildhammer and catch the first flight to Honor Hold. You'll be greeted by Marshal Isildur. Hey, that's funny. I prepared a report detailing our situation here. You have your orders. Now move out. So he basically wants us to go straight to Honor Hold. He doesn't want us to staying around here because he needs help. And I don't really blame him. Interesting. I didn't realize there were two portals to Stormwind. I find that kind of odd. All right. Hello.
What can I do for you?
You must be on an important mission. I am. We're all on an important mission. When you are ready, I'll arrange a flight straight to Honor Hold. So the big thing is, to me, and I think this is funny, is how few flight points there are in Burning Crusade. And I believe Lich King continued that. You're so used to, with retail nowadays, having flight points to everywhere, and it's usually like 1 or 2 per zone out here. So that means a lot of riding around, and eventually flying if we ever get there. I may come back, as a future Llaeli, to quote one of my favorite streamers, future person, to talk about the lore of the Dark Portal and what exactly is happening here, because it was very easy to kind of miss that. The world of Warcraft, forgive the pun, is very vast, and if you don't get the lore right away, we will do our best to kind of go over that. But the idea is Draenor, this is what used to be Draenor, and Warlords of Draenor, which was the 5th expansion, to World of Warcraft, actually let us go back in time and see this how it once was. Which may be something else I might try to do as Llaeli. Hello, Marshal.
What can I do for you?
On our hold needs all the seasoned warriors it can muster. Our expedition to this forsaken wreck of a world has almost ground to a halt. We encountered more resistance than we'd bargained for. As if facing the Burning Legion again wasn't bad enough, there are horrors in this land unlike anything we've ever encountered. Also Horde. Time to earn your pay. Report to Force Commander Trollbane within the keep. Let's go meet the commander. Yeah. Hey, I can mount here. Yay. It's always very jarring to see, Love is in the Air decorations or Christmas or Hallows End, decorations out here. Because, we're out in the middle of this battlefield. Why are they here? So here we go. What's funny is, for a long time, there were only certain formats of castles and inns and that kind of thing that they would use. So this is if you ran into a castle out in the wild, it often looked the same way. They would, change the colors a little bit. Whoopsies, went the wrong way. I think I would know that. Or block off an entrance just to make it so harder for you to get around. So, hello. We stand on tables because we are short. Just so everybody knows. Here we go.
Whatever comes, we will face it together.
Leader of the Sons of Lothar and Force Commander of this hold.
We each must do our part.
It's good to have you. Indeed.
Azeroth calls, and we must answer.
The Sons of Lothar have fought here on the Hellfire Peninsula for 2 decades. So the idea here is that they got sealed behind the portal on purpose with a bunch of other people that we'll meet later in order to seal it to keep people from to keep the orcs and the Burning Legion from coming back through into Azeroth. We are beset on all sides by indigenous orcs and hellish demons of the Burning Crusade, and though our hearts still beat fiercely, years of war have reduced our numbers. You and the influx of Azeroth's new generation of heroes are a welcome sight indeed. We're going to find out about the Sons of Lothar. Many years ago, my men and I followed the wizard Khadgar and the paladin Turalian to this world. Our sole aim was to annihilate the orcs and their vile kin, yet something went terribly wrong in the final hours of our war. Ultimately, this dark world was ripped asunder, and my dear son's friends were lost to the void. You think that? That might not be true, though, my friend. We, the Sons of Lothar, have remained here ever since, fighting, dying, praying that a day like today would come, a day when the portal would open and our brothers would come to deliver us home. Overjoyed as we are, duty still calls. There's much to be done before we can depart this world and take our rest.
Fight well, friend.
All right. Tell me about the Hellfire Orcs. Orcs. It seems I've been fighting them all of my life. Tell me about it, friend. 20 years ago, we shattered the Horde and tore down the walls of their Hellfire Citadel. We drove the vile Greenskins to the very brink. That's a little racist. After that, other than a few skirmishes, the Broken Orcs never again posed a threat to us. Until now.
The Alliance will prevail.
So, one of the things to remember is the orcs here on this side are not the same as the orcs in the Horde. The orcs in the Horde are technically descendants of the orcs from here. But there's a very long amount of lore behind it that we will probably discuss later. So let me get my quest here.
Will stand proud once more.
So Stromgarde, which he's mentioning, is actually a keep on the other side of the portal in the Blasted Lands. I should have probably stopped by there on the way here. While the Burning Legion invaded Azeroth, they were also at work here in Outland. We have tracked their movements over the years, but this latest activity, well, this is beyond anything we've seen. Seek out Sergeant Altimus near the Eastern Supply Caravan. Be swift and take care. The Burning Legion is not to be underestimated. Alright, cool. And know your enemy. Rumors have surfaced that some new breed of orc is on the rise. Larger, meaner, more cunning than the brutes we're familiar with. So like Uruk-hai. Okay. If these rumors are true, then our forces already stretched may be taxed beyond their limits. If you would help us in this dark hour, seek out my trusted lieutenant. Be careful out there. You're heading into a dangerous new world. I got that. Got it.
For the Alliance.
I would also point out that I am skipping over certain parts. Oh, so apparently this guy is freaking out because I guess they want to trust Thrall, who is the son of Durotan. We'll get into that later. Also, the other thing that Burning Crusade introduced were these guys. These are
Warm
Draenei,
wishes to you.
who are from here, back when it was called Draenor. They're goat aliens. That's what we called them for a while. Anyway, and then they also introduced the Blood Elves, which we may run into this video. I don't know for certain. Let's go out and see what's up. Like I said, this is a very similar floor plan to a lot of the places you go to in vanilla, as well as out here in Outland. And excuse me, we all know when I say vanilla, I mean classic. I technically shouldn't be mounting right now because back in BC, you didn't get your mount until I think level 40, vanilla/BC. But I'm giving myself that break because when you would make it to BC, you would be level 60 and generally would have your mount already. Just, you know. Me? So if you kind of stop here and look at, and we actually have our backs to like the main event in Hellfire Peninsula, but it's just the barrenness. You can tell this used to be an amazing place and it's just been destroyed. And there's the Horde base over there. Of course, we can't mingle together right now. Horde and Alliance are not buddies. We don't like each other. And even when we work together, we don't like each other. And that is not taking into account all the events that happen after Burning Crusade. Hello.
Greetings.
Greetings. Force Commander Danath may have misunderstood my request for reinforcements. You look capable, but I asked for a full-size battalion. You see, we have a bit of a demon problem. I got that, and I happen to be a warlock who tames demons sometimes. Tomb Lord Kazakh, who is somebody we may send Llaeli Prime against later, commands the Burning Legion in Outland. While we can't get to Kazakh yet, we can and must get to his lieutenants that command Legion troops from the ground. So we're going to go to the Path of Anguish east of here, and make to take them and their minions out would be a great setback to the Burning Legion. Okay, so we're gonna go kill some Flamewalker imps, Infernal Warbringers, and one Dreadcaller.
Safe travel.
She also has Invading the Citadel. Excuse me. Well, with the Legion to one side and the Fell Orcs to the other, and the Horde across the road, I added that Honor Hold is going to be overrun in a matter of time if we don't do something about it. Head west to the Hellfire Ramparts and speak with Advanced Scout Chadwick. He's in charge of a covert operation to start an Alliance invasion on the entire Citadel. So we Hellfire Ramparts and Shattered Halls, Blood Furnace, Hellfire Ramparts are all part of a dungeon within Hellfire Citadel. And then Magtheridon's lair, and there's a whole bunch of lore about him that we'll probably talk about later. So we're going to head east and go help them. Excuse me. We're not going to Hellfire Citadel yet. We're going to go do the Path of Anguish and get rid of some of these demons to try to help. So the thing about WoW, and honestly any MMO, is that it's always a lot of fetch and carry or kill things. Okay, so I forgot. My corruption is not instant like it is on my main, so forgive me while I remember how this works. I am an Affliction Warlock main, and that is what she will be. But I am used to having all of my buttons down here and not 3 of them, so it'll take a few minutes for me to get used to. I'm also going to be mining because I want to do engineering. I'm not planning to do any engineering or fishing or anything like that past BC, so I made sure not to learn anything that wasn't around back then. Unfortunately, we cannot do first aid because that has been removed from the game. So we'll just keep going how we are. Yep, still can't instant cast that yet. What's funny is these are like a lot of the old models, and it's a little jarring because later on in Legion and that kind of thing, you run into a lot of different demon, demon models. So to come back to seeing the original, like the classic look of some of these guys, and is kind of cool. To kind of, it's very nostalgia focused in my brain, anyway. The other reason I like the Warlock is because I can send my minion in and stop getting hit in the face. I'm a pet person, and that's the other thing I'm trying to remain aware of, is that back then, pets and mounts lived in your bags. So I don't plan to like keep a bunch of pets on my bar like I do on Llaeli Prime. Because they would technically be in my bags. And the other thing that used to go into your bag were soul shards. Rather than having this mechanic up here on the left with all the different soul shards underneath your bar, you had to collect soul shards from anything that would provide experience. And then use them sparingly. rather than being a regenerative thing. For some reason, he is not like attacking stuff properly. It's very weird. I think it's because he's still figuring out his life. Or Sartast is his name. Llaeli Prime is his name Jomaroth, who I've had forever. So I may call him the wrong name periodically. He'll survive. And yeah, now all of these things are going to aggro on me, so we're going to get on a mount. Okay, so here's a Fell Reaver. They're mean and scary, and we are not going anywhere near him because he will squish us like a bug. Yep, sorry. We're mounted because somebody came by kiting a bunch of stuff, and I don't want to get run over by all of them. All right. The other nice thing that Blizzard did, and it might have been late BC or Lich King, where instead of it being you don't tag mobs until you damage them, until your dots damage them, they... Okay, sorry, reading. Oh, I do have that, it's just on a different button. Okay. It tags the mob for you the moment you throw the dot on them. Because what would end up happening is a Warlock would go farm, and you would hit it with the dot it all up, and it doesn't tick, and somebody else would grab the creature from you, which always sucked. And of course people were like, that's OP, Locks can do that. And it's, well, you guys can, yeah. The other thing, yeah, see, he's big and scary. We don't like him. So let's, that's like the sound out of nightmares for me. The other thing that used to happen was you couldn't just like loot one thing and get everything. You'd have to go through and loot every creature that you kill. And luckily, that's another quality of life buff that we got here. So there's Honor Hold. Oh dear, I'm gonna have to fight this guy because I got too close. My bad. Anyway, that's Honor Hold. So that's the Alliance base out here. And I haven't done a lot of playing on my Horde character, and I honestly probably didn't read a lot of the quests when I did because I was trying to catch up with a friend. So I don't know for certain if that got built, like the Horde side got built after they arrived, or if they took it over from the Outland Orcs. So maybe I'll do some research and find out. So we're going to head back to our buddy over here and tell her we cleared out some of the Path of Anguish, but we're not going anywhere near that Fell Reaver, so...
King's honor, friend.
Outstanding work! Now for the bad news. I've got your new orders. Would expect nothing less. However, check out this new staff I got. Ooh! Your battle prowess has been noted by High Command. Well, that's cool. They want to send you to the front lines to meet up with Rohamus's crew. Huh. They're radicals devoted to the complete extermination of the Burning Legion, so you may fit right in. Hey, I resemble that remark. Head east across the Valley of Bones. You'll see Expedition Point, where Legion base used to stand. So this is something we, as the Alliance, took over. Likely while the portal was closed. So let's see here. What is that? I have no idea what that is. That's very weird. Heck. Oh. Yeah, I know that. I thought I turned those off. Hang on a second. Display. No, I don't want tutorials. Thank you. Goodness gracious me. Okay, so we're gonna try. These are these are like the dinosaurs in Ungoro Crater that I'm suddenly remember. Or Devilsaurs. There we go. Forgetting the name of where you would like hide under trees. The thing is, there's like no place to hide out here because it's very barren. You can't tell. There's lots of crags, and luckily, if you pass far enough away, you will not be seen. However, I want this mineral over here. So, hello. Another one. The old boar skin. I guess that hasn't changed that much. The other cool thing is I only have to mine once and I get what's there, and there's no chance for you to fail. That was always annoying, and I don't have to stand here and continuously mine at things for the rest of my life. Hey. Okay, let's head this way and then I will stop. I thought this was supposed to be like a station. Like a ruin that you guys took over, not just a dead Fell Reaver and a bunch of other stuff. Hey, thanks for helping. Yep, okay.
Well met.
Oh yeah, so this is like the parts of one of those big guys. Yeah, the juxtaposition's kind of nice here. There's one back there, and there's one being taken apart here. So let's see here. Forward Commander Kingston. I can't read. Enough chatting, listen up. I have a vital mission for you, and I want you to succeed and survive. Cool. Glad you're concerned about my survival. The Legion front to our northeast, and spaced along it are portals used to gather reinforcements from throughout Outland. We are going to destroy those portals. Take this primer. Designed in Area 52, it uses the demon's own power as an explosive device. Cool. So we're going to defeat enemies around portals, and then destroy the portals. So,
See you soon.
Well met.
Wing Commander Dabiri, which kind of reminds me of the phrasing behind the Dragon Riders of Pern characters. That's kind of cool. It's time to strike Zethgor from the air. Our Griffin Riders are ready for a sortie. I've never actually heard that word said, so I may have pronounced it wrong. But they need someone on the ground to direct their fire. Are you ready for a covert mission? Take these smoke beacons into the Bleeding Hollow stronghold to the west. So Zethgor is the stronghold for the Bleeding Hollow orcs. So as you learn in this expansion, but you learn more about them in Warlords of Draenor, there are different orc clans, and Bleeding Hollow is the one that's hanging around in this area. So we're going to use the smoke beacon at each of Zethgor's towers and then return to Wing Commander WRE.
Light bless you.
Cool. All right, so let's see here. So we can go north or we can go south. We're going to go north first to the Legion front and try to help there. So you can see these big, excuse me, portals that we're going to go through and destroy. The thing is, I can't remember how well I can do with multiple creatures on me. So we're going to kind of take it slow here and kind of get an idea. I might pull like 1 or 2 at a time. Come here. Yeah, so I feel like this was way harder way back when. So one of the things I have to do is collect these demonic rune stones in order to actually disrupt the portal. Yeah, see, so it's saying I need more than 1. I suppose, let's see here. Yeah, just requires 4 demonic rune stones, so I have to go kill some more demons here. Carefully. I am not planning to do any kind of PvP in this. I'm not a big PvP person. I was moved from server to server back when there were normal versus PvP servers. I don't think I want to pull all 4 of them right now. I don't enjoy PvP. I don't enjoy being ganked, and I don't enjoy ganking other people. Battlegrounds are fun, but I also am not very good at PvP. So this is mostly a PvE focused series. We will be cooking, however, and fishing. I've always enjoyed that part of this game. I don't know why. I guess because I was one of those crazy people who enjoyed stuff like Farmville back in the day. So getting to do professions just makes me happy. You also used to have to skill up each of your weapon types, which was something that I did, which is why I have the knuckle sandwich. Yeah, that's an elite. We're not going to go near that. Feat of strength before they got rid of all of that. So, hey, I'm getting smart and using one of my instant cast dots to pull stuff instead of using corruption. Let's see, do I have enough runestones now? Nope, I only have 3. And I don't know how long these are going to be. I know I talk an awful lot. And honestly, I expect if anybody actually watches this, which I'm not expecting, they will be putting it on in the background and doing other stuff. So, you know, I'm just going to continue rambling on. And if there are any questions, I'm not streaming, but, you know, if anybody wants to ask a question in the comments, they're welcome to. All right, I've got 4 of these. Let's take down this one, then I'll go do the other one. The thing about old quests is it was a lot of do this, then come back, and we're going to give you something else. Do this, then come back. Versus having quest hubs where you get multiple quests from one area. We have some of those here. But it always feels like it's a bit more busy in retail, and even later on in Lich King and all of those, than it is in original vanilla, not Cataclysm, and BC. One thing I may try to do is kind of read up on the lore of what's coming next so that I can talk about that rather than just chatting to myself. I'm very nervous about all of this. I'm worried that I talk too much, so, you know, feedback would be appreciated. And it's been a very long time. I've leveled some alts through Burning Crusade, but I haven't, like, sat down and reread the lore and that kind of thing. So it's kind of cool to go back and have that reminder. Somebody just flew overhead. One of the other things BC added was the idea of like bombing runs, and with flying came a lot of fun but also buggy things. They've definitely perfected that over the years to some degree. So it's kind of cool. Let me heal you up there, my buddy. To just kind of remember that it didn't used to be that way. That sounds silly, but it didn't used to be that way. Okay, do I want to pull all 3 of them? It's kind of... No. Come here. Back up. Yeah, there we go. And like I said, I'm not really focusing on rotation or anything. The idea is just to be able to kind of talk and play and have a good time. Should be... Come on, kitty. There we go. Having trouble hitting buttons today, my goodness. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. So that should help take some of the pressure off of this area. There's the dark portal. And so basically they set up their own portals to attack the dark portal. At some point I will, like I said, talk about the dark portal and Medivh, who's one of my favorite characters in Warcraft lore, and Khadgar, and the opening and closing and opening and closing. An opening of that huge thing.
Hi.
That is bigger on one side than the other, kind of like the TARDIS. I wish I could be there to watch the fire display. Well done. But we can't rest yet. Of course not.
Safe travels.
Let me put my new hat on, then we'll talk. So the other thing about BC was it was very colorful and kind of random as far as things go. If I recall... A minute. Oh, I can't do it anymore. You used to be able to hide your shoulders or your hat through the menu, and now you have to do it through transmog. So maybe I'll let myself do that. We'll consider it. Just west of the dark portal are 2 huge transporters. If you look up the Path of Glory, you'll see them on either side of the road. I want you to bomb them both. So here we go. So this is a bombing run. It's something they added in BC. So let's check it out. I need a Griffin Destroyer. Griffin, okay, so it's just one of the armored Griffins. Sure. One of the things about this is you have to click it over here. You don't have it like down here on your bar because they didn't have the vehicle controls back then. So you became very good at doing that, and you can't even like add them to your bar, which I always found weird. Unless they're... Oh, maybe you can. Yeah, you can. I'm a liar. I forgot. All right. Anyway, let's bomb some stuff. Go. And so the Griffin would go on its own like predetermined path. You don't get to control that because this was kind of their beginning of doing the vehicle interfacing. By Lich King, you were given the opportunity to do that kind of stuff. There we go. See, so then it's gonna head back home on its own. And this was a big deal. Like this is a bird. This is a bird with armor. Griffins did not have armor, really, until this expansion. You just had your basic Griffin and Wyvern skins. Why did you? If it's requires, why did you drop that then? It requires level 27. Goodness gracious. This kind of gives you more of a view. I always love the skyboxes. Okay, so cool. So that was kind of like your introduction. It was a big deal. And very cool. You get tired of it after a while because you do dailies like that up in Ogrelaw. It is one I would not trust to just anyone, except for the random stranger who showed up earlier. Sure. There's no denying it. That will slow them down. I think you just put me in an uncharacteristically good mood. Well, you're a dwarf, so you probably are very rarely in a good mood. You've done a great job here at the front, and you showed a lot of talent with that armored griffin. I think I have another mission in mind for you. This new mission launches from Shatterpoint, an attack base the Wildhammer set up on a floating piece of land near the portal. So the Wildhammer dwarf clan, who are basically take care of most of the griffins. It's a little nerving up here, but you have tough guts. You'll be fine. So talk to the wing commander and get sent up there. So we're going to accept that.
Off with you.
And I think what we'll do is we will go to Shatterpoint and do what they want. And then end this video for the moment. Because I'm not really sure how long I've been playing. And hopefully I hit record, because if I didn't, I'm going to be very sad. There she is. There she be. Yeah, like you wouldn't have the ray tracing or the shaped shadows and that kind of thing. Like it's really weird to think about it nowadays, because back in 2006, going into 2007, beginning of 2007. Look at that. It's always fun when I get a level just from exploring. Hello.
Great to meet you.
Runetog Wildhammer. Shatterpoint is a great place for a Wildhammer dwarf. I've never had so much time in the air. And that's another thing. And Nagra has the same thing. Once you get flying, you can go and sit on all of these random pieces of things floating in the air. A fresh gnome from the mainland. Yes, that sounds a little creepy. Shatterpoint might make you queasy, but she doesn't stray far, and I've only seen her flip upside down once. Or twice. Cool. This is not true. I have not actually done 100 quests. Still haven't figured out what how their count works. That's the other thing. Achievements did not exist in Burning Crusade, so we're not really planning to kind of, sit there and go after achievements. We'll have them pop up, but I'm not going out of my way to get there. Wing Commander Gryffindor runs this outfit of Wildhammers. You should report to him. You'll find him inside what's left of that tower over yonder. And the thing about the tower is there's just a random piece of it floating up above, because this is Outland, and why not? Physics are different here. Here we go. There we go. Having trouble clicking things today, apparently. One of the things I always find funny is, I'm a gnome, right? So I'm tiny. But even then, this door is enormous. The hallways we go through are enormous, so then when you end up in something that's like people size, it feels very cramped, which is on purpose, of course. Hello.
What can I do for you?
You spoke with Runetog? A fine dwarf he is. I'm Gryffindor, commander here at Shatterpoint. I know it's not pretty, but this hunk of rock is vital staging point for the sorties in Hellfire. You'll see griffins flying in and out non-stop. Advice? Here's some. Keep your gear stowed, your stomach empty, and your eye on the horizon. If Shatterpoint starts to teeter, then grab onto something that won't float away. So I kind of wish they were able to add that kind of mechanic here, because it would be kind of fun that periodically the island starts shaking. Obviously, back then, I don't know that it would have been that easy.
Safe travels. Great to meet you.
Perhaps you'd be interested in running another bombing mission. Yes, indeed. I like flying. This time we've isolated the Legion's main production area behind the forge. I hope you survived the experience. Well, thank you. Here are your bombs. Talk to Windbellow when you're ready for takeoff. Destroy. Okay, cool. So we're going to do another bombing run. This was... Part of this, I think, was them going, here's all of the fun things that are coming in this expansion. So... Whoop, whoop, whoop. What am I doing? I think. Wait. Oh, I gotta go over here. Windbellow. Let's see. Actually, let me...
You need something?
Get rid of some stuff here. Smoke beacon. Llaeli, what are you doing? Let's get rid of some of my old stuff here.
Have a good one.
What can I do for you?
Here we go.
See you soon.
See you soon. And we'll actually move this. Maybe? Oops, nope. They're in my bag. down here to 6, so I can do it that way instead of clicking stuff. So I think kind of like how nowadays they like to put in little cutscenes and big they do this I think every expansion, big flying parts where you get to see all of the work that was put into this game. I think it also is, they were just very excited to show us the bombings. Out of range. Yep. I'm not out of range. What the heck? Okay, there we go. It was not as, what's the word I'm looking for? Not conducive, but it was not as... Basically, it was not as quick and easy as it kind of is nowadays. There's still cooldowns, and you actually have to worry about distance and stuff, which I feel like as they went on, they did less of to kind of make it almost easier to do certain things, which is not a bad thing. Especially if you're new to the game, it can be very overwhelming. So making things a little bit easier helps. You do kind of look back on it fondly and be like, why is it so much easier now? In my day, we had to walk up the hill both ways in the snow. In my day, we had to actually wait for cooldowns and such. Not that you don't have cooldowns now, obviously. Need to kill another overseer. Hey. There we go. So then you got the big Fell Reavers, but these guys are sentries, so they're actually like killable if you really wanted to try, unlike the big guys, the really big guys who squish you in one hit, because they don't give a crap. And we're back. The other thing you'll notice is there's very little of voiceover work in the early expansions. I can't remember when they started doing like the little things that would pop up down here with people talking and that kind of thing.
You got my attention.
Obviously, you still have the little interactions like this, but like later we end up having to walk around Shatra City, and it's all written dialogue that you have to read. It's not as interactive. You have to actually like pay attention rather than just letting it play. You fly as if you've been doing this your entire life. Outstanding performance out there. Not even a scratch on the Griffin destroyers. See, why do you call them Griffin destroyers? I feel like they're not destroyers at all.
See you soon.
Doo-doo-doo. All right. Hope you're prepared for the next phase of our operation. The Legion never rests, and neither shall we. Take a Griffin and fly over to Honor Point. The small post near the Legion front. Speak with Field Marshal Brock. He'll have instructions for you. And tell that pasty-faced shield kisser I said hello. Well, that's nice.
Watch your back.
We are, however, going to stop here for the moment. I think it's probably been a long enough time that I can have us stop. He has a quest for us, which I think is just, more, she, sorry, has a quest for us, which I believe is just more bombing runs, which was like a very big thing that you could repeat. Repeat the quest. We're going to do this real quick. Actually, I will end this here and go do a bombing run and come back. Thank you for watching. If you're looking for more info, I may put some more stuff down in the description. Otherwise, I'll see you again soon.